Hello, all. Welcome to a new episode of Silly Point. Today, we're going to talk about a combined T20 International 11 for India and England. They're one of both of them are favorites to win the T20 World Cup later this year. So, looking forward to how we can, combine players from both teams and come up with a super strong T20 11. Obviously, we're only going to focus on players that are currently active. Um, so yeah, we're going to kick off. I've got Zahid here with me. So Zahid, excited for this?
Yeah, we haven't done a combined 11s in a while, so
Yeah.
it'll be good to see. India, England. I mean, G said that they're both favorites of the World Cup. In my opinion, I think England are clear favorites for the World Cup, and then there's a bunch of other teams who are second favorites. India, Pakistan, to a certain extent, West Indies on their day. But anyways, that's a discussion for
That's
another
yeah,
day.
yeah. That's a discussion for
um,
another day.
Should we just start in batting order again?
Yeah,
Players who are eligible to play. I think T20 is less condition biased,
yeah,
so I think we can be pretty much. It doesn't really matter where you play.
yeah. I
Um,
agree. I mean, I guess your overall records matter, and the type of player that you are matter. Where you bat matters.
yeah.
So that
International records matter, not just IPL.
well, I think we can focus on international only and ignore IPL. I mean, there's
Yeah,
sufficient,
because
players
that's
have played sufficient
yeah,
international
because that
games.
that that debate will might as well have started now. Because if we look at the opening positions, you have Jason Roy, Johnny
Yeah,
Bairstow,
yeah,
KL Rahul, and Rohit Sharma. I wouldn't count Dhawan. Although Dhawan's record, well, average-wise, is better than Jason Roy.
yeah. But no,
Uh,
I mean, looking at the strike rates, there's a big difference, right?
yeah,
Dhawan strikes at 133, and Jason Roy is what striking at
145.
150, 54.
Yeah,
So there's a big difference there. So obviously, you've got to consider, Roy, Besto, Sharma, Rahul, and
yeah.
Butler.
And
But
Butler,
I
of
think,
course. Yeah,
I mean, I guess the top three positions are relatively interchangeable. So you can
yeah,
potentially add, you can add Virat Kohli, Joss Butler, and David Malan to that conversation,
yeah.
and you can pick out of these players.
Three
You have
play.
to pick three, right?
Yeah.
And that's
Look,
a very tough thing to do.
look, and I know we don't like looking at stats and picking the numbers, but just watching the game as well over the past couple of years, I think KL
Yeah,
Rahul is by far the best T20 batsman, especially
agreed.
in India.
I agree.
Um,
I mean, no,
maybe
not only in India. I think just anywhere in the world.
I mean, well, yeah, ranking wise, obviously David Milan is the best and whatever, but
Well, yeah,
I think KL Rahul is one of the best. But and along with that, I would again just based on pure ability and potential, I have to go with Josh Butler.
yeah,
Just that combination, I think, will be lethal.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah,
I'm going to say something controversial here. Does that mean you'd have Virat Kohli at three?
no, that still doesn't mean Virat Kohli at three. Actually, well. Look, this is T20, right? So Kohli Sharma fans will slate us, but you have to look at. I think David Milan is very underrated, and I'd probably have him at three.
Okay,
Or
fine.
I would probably open with one of Roy and Bairstow and have Butler at three. I mean, that's probably the
Yeah. I mean, see, I kind of disagree with David Malan. Fair enough, he's had a fantastic time in
yeah,
international T20s, but there are quite a few mitigating factors in terms of his
yeah,
rise to the number one rankings. Obviously, he's played 20 games.
yeah,
Compared to some of these other guys who've played significantly more games, so
yeah,
they obviously have more experience. And then the other fact is that obviously his domestic T20 record is nowhere
yeah,
as good. Like he averages less than 30 and strikes at less than
yeah.
140.
Yeah, but he
I
has a
think the
199 in the last
yeah, I agree, but I
12
think the
months. Yeah,
difference is the difference between his domestic and international record is the fact that he's played more than 50%
yeah,
of his games in New Zealand, right, where grounds are relatively small. I mean, if you look at the recent games that have happened in New Zealand, most games teams are
yeah,
scoring 200 runs, no matter who's playing. It's
yeah,
Australia, New Zealand, England, India, whatever.
yeah,
Most teams are scoring 200 runs. So he's played 12 out of 20 games in New Zealand,
yeah,
and the quality of pitches, obviously, at the international level, is more loaded in the favor of batsmen. I think if you look at David Malan, if he had to play like 10 games in India, I think the IPL will be a good litmus test for him if he gets to play. or maybe could be a good learning experience for him. So I wouldn't consider David Malan in when it comes
Fair.
to,
Okay, so that's a fair argument. I think Milan's recent bias comes into it. So
yeah.
I would kick out Milan. I've kicked out Dhawan from the conversation
I agree.
completely.
I agree. And
Right?
and I know controversial. I'd probably kick out Virat Kohli as well. Coming from me, that's a big thing. But I think I would, just
But
give
he
him.
averages almost 50, doesn't he? Or
He
48.
averages 40. Is his current T20 average.
So that's
I'm
come down a
obviously,
lot then, because he used to be 50 or like a
well,
couple of years
I'm
ago, right?
looking at it over a period of the last
Oh,
four
okay.
years. So
Okay,
I'm looking
fine.
after the T20 World Cup in
Yeah.
India in 2016, right? So I'm kind of looking at a more recent
Okay.
as opposed to what's happened, the last 10 years. Obviously, over the last 10 years, Virat Kohli might be the best T20 batsman. But,
Yeah.
let's, if we keep the conversation focused to, kind of more recent, then I think it makes more sense, right? I mean, he's averaging 42, no doubt, and his strike rate is also pretty high, 140. But
Yeah.
I guess the question is, it comes down to places. In my opinion, I'd probably have Joss Butler at 3
With who to
with with
open then?
with KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma to open. Though that would be my top 3. I mean, you could argue for Jason Roy or Johnny Bairstow,
Yeah.
right? But I think in comparison to Rohit Sharma, I don't see a comparison there. I mean, yes,
Fair.
Jason Roy, Johnny Bairstow, both of them are super attacking,
Yeah.
right? I think although Johnny Bairstow now, he's kind of his role has changed in the England team. He's
Yeah.
he's going to bat more in the middle order,
Yeah.
because I think he's a better player of spin than he's of pace. And
Well,
obviously,
that wasn't really shown in the test matches, but yeah.
well,
On those T20 wickets with the ball skids on more, I think it's
yeah,
probably
yeah,
easier
yeah.
rather
It's
than
a
a
yeah,
clean
it's a
track. Yeah.
different ball game, right? In test matches, he's probably in two minds, whether he should attack,
Yeah.
defend. In T20s, he's got the license to attack.
Yeah.
So
I
maybe
can
we
live with that.
do.
I can live with the Rahul Sharma or
Yeah, yeah.
Butler Sharma and Rahul at 3.
Yeah. However, you
Yeah.
place them however you want, and it'll be fine. You want Butler to open, then Rahul can bat 3. You want Butler and Rahul to open, Sharma can bat 3.
Yeah.
No
Fair
problem.
enough.
So yeah, I mean,
Surprisingly, in the first ever Silly Point episode we didn't have Sharma in the T20 top 5 batsmen. I remember Kohli was a short shot, and now
yeah,
we're
yeah.
coming back to
I
him
mean,
six,
it's
7 months
yeah.
later. But
I
um,
guess I guess this is how things change, right? And
yeah,
it's also about, I guess, of the last year, we've seen such an evolution in the T20 game. I mean, we've
yeah,
been seeing that,
yeah,
throughout the years, but I just think that, you've got to look beyond,
yeah,
just the average or
yeah,
just the strike rate, and, look at it in blocks. How good are you in the
yeah.
power play? How good are you in the middle
I
overs?
agree.
Rohit Sharma is absolutely fantastic in the power play. He's fantastic in the middle overs. And if he ends up batting 15 overs, you know what's going to come in the last 5.
Yeah,
Absolute carnage.
fair enough. Okay, so I'll live with Sharma, Rahul, Butler.
Yeah.
4. I mean, if Owen Morgan.
Yeah, I would go with Owen Morgan. I mean, there are a few other options. Obviously, we've talked about Johnny Bairstow and how going forward,
Yeah,
he's going to be batting at number 4 for England.
yeah.
There's also the case of Joe Root. I mean, maybe not at
But he
4.
doesn't even play for England anymore. So
I disagree with
look
that.
at
I mean, I guess if you look at the options, you've potentially got Malan, you've got Morgan, you've got Bairstow,
yeah,
and then from India, you've got Manish Pandey, you've got Shreyas Iyer, you've got Rishabh Pant,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, out of
And
those,
you've
Punt
got
on
you've
potential
got
had to
Root
be
and
Punt, right?
Billings. Sorry.
On potential, we can go with Punt. I wouldn't put a year in the conversation yet. I think, although he played
Okay.
really well in the first T20,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think it's the same conversation, is the same debate as Malan in a certain way, and
Yeah.
Malan is not better than Iyer.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
so
yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, I would honestly, I'd just go with Morgan at 4.
yeah, I mean, you have to go with Morgan, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You've got to go with Morgan at 4.
Um, and then at 5, Ben Stokes.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
early, or is it 6 or 5?
No, I'm happy with Ben Stokes at 5, and then obviously we've got to have Hardik Pandya at 6.
Yeah, so you have. Well, I was thinking it would be a good debate between one or the other, but we can technically have both of them.
It's because we've thought about how T20s go. We don't want Virat Kohli in the team. That's freed up a spot for
Yeah.
us to have kind of the big hitters down the order. So Stokes at 5, and Pandya at 6.
Pandya at 6. Yeah,
And then
I'm
number
happy
7.
with that. Number 7. Who plays 7 for England? Sam. But yeah, we don't need we have two medium pace all rounders. So we don't need a fast bowling all rounder. We probably need a
Yes,
spinning all rounder, right?
we need a spinning all rounder, and then in that case you've got two options or three options probably. You've got Ravindra Jadeja, you've got Moeen Ali, and you've got Washington Sundar.
Yeah, I mean, Jadeja has to be the pick, right?
I think there's no two ways about it. It has to
Yeah.
be Jadeja there.
Yeah.
As big a fan as I am of Moeen Ali, but I've
Yeah.
always said, I'm a fan of his in Test matches, not so much in ODIs and T20s.
Yeah.
So I think Ravindra Jadeja at 7 is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And then you've got to pick four bowlers.
4 bowlers, and we already have 2 seamers, so we can technically go with 2 spinners and 2 medium pacers.
I
We
like
have 7. That's like 7 bowling options basically.
that's great, right? Like you've got 7 bowling options. You've got 3 batsmen who can strike it big
Yeah.
in the later overs, and you've got brilliant openers. Like this team is
Yeah. I know where the debate will come.
Yeah.
So can we finalize the easy fast bowling picks? I think
Yeah.
I will say Jofra Archer and Bumrah are
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, there has to be no conversation about that. Yes,
Yeah.
Akwood is a extremely fast bowler. Yes, Bhuvneshwar Kumar has done well. Yes, Tom Curran has done decently. Sam Curran has done. Jordan, Jordan is probably the only other bowler that could come into the reckoning. Given that he's taken.
He's a death bowling specialist as well.
Yeah, he's a death bowling specialist. But then again, when you've got Archer and Bumrah, you need. Do you need anyone else in the death bowling? So Bumrah and Archer are definite picks, and Jordan could come into the equation, but I think can't do better.
And then you got two spinners.
Yeah, 2 spinners. I think the identity of one spinner is pretty clear.
Yuzi.
Yeah, Yuzi Chahal. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
The identity of the second spinner is a question mark.
So you've what? You're gonna again go back to the Indian options of Sundar,
Moeen Ali, Kuldeep Yadav, and Adil Rashid. Those are your 4 options.
I mean, you have Jadeja, who's a left-handed spinner. You have Moeen Ali. Well, Moeen Ali is an off spinner who gives you variety because you have a left-arm spinner, you have a leg spinner. So Moeen Ali gives you that variety. Sundar does the same, to be honest.
Well, just as a point to note, Moeen Ali over the last 4 years has played 15 T20s, taken 6 wickets at an average of 50 and economy of 9.
Yeah, no, he's had a horrible couple of years. I think I think that the innings he played against Pakistan in the last T20 was like his first good innings in a long time.
Yeah. So I mean, in my opinion, that kind of discounts Moeen Ali as well. So I think it's probably a toss-up between Kuldeep Yadav, Adil Rashid, and Washington Sundar. Sundar, he's a different kind of bowler, right? He's kind of a power play specialist.
Yeah.
So if basically we say fine, Archer and Sundar open the bowling, right? Then Sundar is a good option, and you keep majority of Bumrah's overs for the death.
Yeah, I mean you can have Adil Rashid also now opening the bowling.
yeah. I mean obviously you could.
But then you have 2 leg spinners then as well. Yeah, that could work. It's not
I don't have an issue with picking 2 leg spinners in a T20 team, right? I don't have an issue. Obviously Kuldeep Yadav hasn't played recently, so there's probably some bias against him there. But his record is phenomenal. Like over the last 4 years, he's played 21 T20s, taken 39 wickets, average of 14, economy of 7. So again, pretty good option.
Yeah,
it's a very tough decision between all 3 players. I think first we should decide on what do we want. Are we looking for a spinner that can bowl in the middle overs, or are we looking for a power play specialist?
Look, you'll have Jofra bowling 2 overs probably in the beginning.
Yeah.
You can even open with Stokes for 1 over. You can have we can have 1 for Stokes on the Pandya, and then you probably need a spinner to bowl 2. And usually with the new ball you go with a finger spinner, and Jadeja doesn't really open the bowling, does he?
Yeah, no, he's more of a middle order. Middle overs defensive bowler, if you like.
Yeah. Chahal won't open the bowling. Only recently has started opening the bowling. I don't think he's done it before.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. I think this is part of England's new strategy.
Yeah. So just by design or by our choices, we're just narrowing it down to Washington Sundar.
I agree.
Who against all our logic in the beginning for recent experience and this and that for excluding David Malan and including.
I mean, just looking at Washington Sundar's record, right?
Yeah.
27 matches over the last 4 years.
This
You know,
is
he's taken
international,
22
all
wickets.
T20s. I see.
Yeah, no, this is just T20 internationals.
He's played 27 T20 internationals.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah. I
He's
mean, in the same while, Chahal has played 43, so you can imagine he's played half of what Chahal has played.
yeah. Well, his batting average is 7, so I don't I don't.
I
But
mean,
he's
yeah,
a better batsman than that.
yeah, I'm not so much, I'm not so much talking about his batting. We know he's a better batsman than that. He's shown that in the test matches, but
Yeah.
let's discard his batting for the time being.
Yeah. I mean, you still have
Just
Jofra at 8 anyway, who's a good hitter.
exactly, you still have Jofra, but I think over 27 T20s to
Yeah.
maintain an economy of 6.9,
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
7 is really really good. I mean, looking down the
Yeah.
list of players, he's right up there. He's
Yeah.
very close to Bumrah,
Yeah.
and very close to Archer, I'm guessing
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, and if you look at his overall T20, which is including IPL, then it's even less. His economy is 6.6.
Yeah,
So he's definitely and he's shown that in the recent IPL as well, that he can
yeah,
open the
true.
bowling and keep the runs down. So okay. I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, we've then covered every single period of
Yeah.
bowling. You've got Archer and Sundar as the power play specialists. You've got Bumrah, who's your death over specialist. You've got Chahal, who's your attacking
Yeah.
spinner, and Jadeja, who's your defensive spinner, with attacking spells from
Stokes.
Stokes and Pandya
Yeah.
when required, as when required. So I think that is a very, very strong,
Yeah.
T20 team.
Yeah.
I can't, I think if I look at the last 10 years and I look at the 10 years in the future, I don't think there's going to be any T20 team that can beat this team.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to compete with this team. I mean, so just to recap, we've got Butler and Sharma to open, Rahul at 3.
Yeah, and Butler to keep wickets, obviously.
Butler to keep wickets, Eoin Morgan to captain.
Agreed.
At
yes.
4.
Yeah.
Even if Kohli was in the team.
Well, we are not going down that route, so let's.
Ben Stokes at 5, Hardik Pandya at 6, Jadeja at 7, Washington Sundar at 8, Jofra Archer at 9, Chahal and Bumrah 10, 11.
That's a freaking brilliant team,
Yeah.
and you can probably say
7 bowlers.
Yeah, 7 bowlers. Batsmen who strike, can strike it big no matter the phase of the innings. Yeah. Wow, man, this is a power pack team. Your 12th man could be someone like Chris Jordan. Who's a good. He's a good fielder. He's a decent bat and a brilliant bowler. So
yeah.
I think that's a very strong team. There you have it. Let us know in the comments whether you agree with this team, you disagree. I'm sure there'll be a lot of Virat Kohli fans who think it's blasphemous for us to not put him into like an England. He'd probably be in a World 11 T20 team, but and not to put him in an England-India combined 11. But that's how we think. The T20 game has evolved. Things have changed.
But look at the names that we've missed out: Johnny Bairstow, Jason Roy.
Yeah,
it's not like Virat Kohli is the only casualty here.
That's true. So yeah, there you have it. Let us know in the comments if you agree with this team. If we missed out on any key players over the last couple of years some players that we've not discussed, and let us know if you agree with Kohli being out of this team. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that episode. As always, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and keep giving us the love. Thank you.
Thank you.